Mr. President, members of this Council, we meet at a moment when many speak of a new chapter in our region. Syria finally stands free of Assad's tyrannical regime. The Iranian regime's nuclear ambitions have been pushed back. Hezbollah's military infrastructure has been severely fractured. This moment did not arrive by chance. Israel is proud to have played a role in creating the conditions that make this opportunity possible. Now we hear words we have long hoped to hear from the new government, words of reconstruction, renewal, even peace. Israel welcomes that hope. We want to believe Syria is ready for a future built on stability rather than violence, on coexistence rather than conflict. But hope alone is not a strategy. If we want to realize this hope, Syria must prove it through actions, not just words, softer language or new slogans, but the hard, steady work that peace demands. Even now, as some in Damascus speak of renewal, the blood of innocent minorities continues to stain Syrian soil. In March, more than 1,400 people were killed in a wave of violence in the northwest. The massacre involved brutal executions and humiliating abuse, including elderly men forced to crawl and bark like animals before being shot. Most of the victims were Alawite civilians. In July, southern Syria saw the brutal targeting of the Druze community. Homes burned, families murdered. For Israel, the Druze are not strangers. They are our brothers, our sisters, bound to us by a deep historic and national ties. Their safety is our concern, and we were proud to have acted with precision and solidarity to prevent further slaughter. Let us be clear, this is not only about shared history or ties, it is about moral clarity. It is about responding to evil when others look away. It is about recognizing that the same hatred and evil that drives the murder of Druze families in Sueda, in Syria, are the same ideologies that led to the October 7th massacre, the same radical extremism, the same contempt for innocent life, the same weaponization of religion and resentment. The latest report of the UN Secretary General on the Disengagement Observer Force also tells a clear story of what is happening on the ground. On the Syrian side, the ground remains restless. Fighting continues, militias move, even UN peacekeepers are caught in the crossfire. The report describes the situation as tense and volatile and warns that the safety of UN personnel cannot be guaranteed. That is the reality Israel faces across the fence with Syria. Israel's presence there is not about territory. It is about protection. We raise a shield only when danger approaches. Only when calm truly returns can we consider lowering that shield. Ambassador Ulabi, this Council has heard Syria's pledge of reform and reconciliation, but promises alone do not rebuild nations. Show us that Syria is moving away from extremism and radicalism. Show us that the protection of Christians and Druze is not an afterthought, but a priority. Show us that the militias are restrained, that justice is real, and that the cycle of indiscriminate killings has ended. In recent weeks, President Ahmad al-Shara has spoken of a new Syria. Yet, just days ago, the Ministry of Culture of Syria issued this flyer. It's in Arabic, but you can read it in English. An official invitation of the Ministry of Culture to celebrate the massacre of October 7th. When a government speaks of renewal but glorifies a massacre on its own letterhead, you can understand why we are cautious. It makes you wonder whether the promise of change is real. If Syria truly seeks a new beginning, let it begin with action, not excuses, with accountability, not denial. Ambassador Olabi, you represent a Syria that says it wants stability and reintegration. If that is true, then lead it. Demonstrate through action that this time Syria chooses responsibility over rhetoric. This is your moment. Seize it. Our region is changing. Nations are choosing cooperation over conflict, prosperity over propaganda. The momentum is real. This is a moment for Damascus to demonstrate seriousness, to build transparent accountability mechanisms, to end sectarian terror, to show every community, Druze, Alawite, Kurdish, Christian, that their lives matter equally. The question now is not whether Syria hopes for peace, but whether Syria is willing to prove it. Thank you.